Hi guys, I hope you guys had an amazing holiday break. I hope you guys got all the gifts you wanted, and I just hope you had a great time with your family and friends and a great new year. And if you cannot tell, I have a brand new microphone, so my videos are going to be a lot more quality, a lot smoother. So they're going to be much better videos, so I hope you guys enjoy the better quality videos. So today I'm going to be reviewing SheiKra at Busch Gardens, Tampa, the first coaster review of 2019. Are you guys ready for it? So today I'll be reviewing this coaster based off what I think of it, and I'll like say all my thoughts, and of course give you guys an overall score at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get started with the statistics. So this coaster opened in May 21st of 2005, was built by B&M, has a height of 200 feet, speed of 70 miles per hour, has a length of 3,188 feet of track, has a duration of 2 minutes 20 seconds, it goes upside down once, has a g-force of 4, and a steepness of 90 degrees. So the stats are pretty good with this coaster. And this coaster, when it was first announced, a lot of people I think were really excited for it, because I think this was also, cool fact, this was the first dive coaster in America. And right now it's one of the only 3 dive coasters in North America. You've got that, for the ones that are operating right now, I've got this, Griffin at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and then Valraven at Cedar Point, which I've only ridden 2 of the dive coasters that are currently existing, SheiKra and Griffin. And of the 2 dive coasters, I prefer this one. And there's multiple reasons why, and I'll talk about them throughout the video. Now, regarding smoothness, I will say it's not as smooth as Griffin. Every time I ride SheiKra, I always find there to be a small rattle. I understand it's getting older. This coaster is turning 14 in May, because it's not 2019. But this coaster, every time I ride it, I definitely notice there to be a small rattle. I'm pretty sure that's just because the coaster is aging by now. I mean, it's still very smooth. I mean, it's a B&M after all. But I mean, I think it's definitely smoother than Kumba, but not as smooth as Montu. I'll just say that real quick. Just go on the limb, I'll just say that. But, yeah, one thing I like about SheiKra is that it definitely gives you great views, which we'll talk about that later. And it's a very visually appealing roller coaster too. Like, this is probably one of the best themed coasters in the park. Of the best themed coasters, I'd say it's probably the 3rd best themed, only to Cheetah Hunt and Cobra's Curse, which are obviously newer. So yeah, I think this definitely has some decent theming. And like, I also feel like it's a little more intense than Griffin, which I'll definitely explain that later, because there is a moment where it's basically the reason why I think it's more intense than Griffin. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel like this is the best dive coaster of the 2 that I've done. I also know they're building a new one. I know they're building Yukon Strike, or I think, yeah, Yukon Striker over at Canada's Wonderland, and then I know they're building another dive coaster over at SeaWorld San Diego for 2020, which, funny or not, believe it or not, it's actually we call it Mako. Yeah, kind of stealing our B&M hyper. But however, I feel like this could possibly be the best dive coaster of the bunch. I don't know yet. I haven't ridden. I've yet to ride Valraven, and then yet to ride Mako whenever it opens, and then the Yukon Strike. But yeah, so those are just some of my thoughts on SheiKra. Now let's get into the ride real quick. So you enter the area, and I just want to let you know this is a very appealing area. It's very beautiful. Plus, you can see this coaster from around. You can actually walk around this coaster, and you will it is right on your face, which is what I love about SheiKra. So then you go through the entrance, go through the queue line, you get into the station, get into your train and stuff, and then you leave the station, and you go up this lift hill. And I gotta say, this lift hill is really just very intimidating. This whole ride is intimidating. Like for most dive coasters, this will be a GP nightmare, because of that vertical drop. So you got that lift hill, and it actually makes a really cool noise. It's one of my favorite lift hills personally. So then once you get to the top, you'll go around a 90-degree turn very slowly, and then you'll kind of stop for a second. And by stop, I mean hang. 200 feet, looking down to the ground for 5 seconds. This is the scariest part of SheiKra. If you're a GP, this will terrify you. Like, this ride is not for the faint of hearted. If you have a fear of heights or drops, I recommend avoiding this ride at all costs, because this is the part that scares everyone. And I think this is a really awesome moment. And then after that, then you've got that famous vertical drop, which is probably my favorite drop on any coaster, to be honest. This is for me, this is tied with Griffin for the best drop on a coaster I've ridden. Like, the drop is just incredible. And plus, in the back row, you will get a ton of airtime, and that's what I love about it. And plus, like I said earlier, the fact that it hangs you at the top for 5 seconds is just amazing. So that's definitely the gimmick with SheiKra in Griffin. So then after that, then you've got this element, and I think this is a really cool element. I do like this element. And then afterwards, then this is why I think Griffin is not as forceful as SheiKra. It's this little helix right here, and it's definitely easy to gray out on. While this coaster isn't the most intense coaster out there, that's why for Monsoon Kumba, I think it's still a pretty intense moment overall. So then you fly up into the mid-course brake run, you kind of slow down for a second, and then you just drop again. And by drop, I mean a tunnel dive. Yes, a tunnel dive. This is another reason why I prefer SheiKra over Griffin. Griffin does not have a tunnel dive, but SheiKra does. That's what I love about SheiKra. And it's a really cool moment too. It is very intense inside that tunnel. So then you've got a little right turn, and then after that, then you've got this huge splashdown, and this splashdown is epic. If you're just standing there next to the water, you're gonna be completely drenched. Like, it's crazy. So then after that, then you go through a right helix, and then to the brake run, and that will end your SheiKra experience. So overall, what do I think of SheiKra? I think SheiKra is an excellent B&M dive coaster. It's definitely one of my favorite coasters. I wouldn't call it one of Florida's most elite coasters, and I definitely wouldn't call it the best coaster at Busch Gardens Tampa. I do prefer SheiKra over Cheetah Hunt and Cobra's Curse, but not as much as Monsoon Kumba. So for its final score, I'm giving SheiKra an 8.5 out of 10. And I think it definitely deserves that score, because I do love this ride. I think SheiKra is an awesome ride. And it definitely will be a childhood classic for me, because this is a coaster that, because me and my family, we would go to Busch Gardens every summer. And SheiKra would be the coaster I'd be most looking forward to. Yes, I was GP then, so yeah, it's kind of a GP ride, if you could say that. But that's just some of my thoughts on SheiKra. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more videos and more reviews in the future. Also, don't forget to check out the social media link, which will be in the description below. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a theme-tacular day.